Hey all, and this is the Frostfire Bluffs event. This is a Water Commander event and Noble Killer. So I made up a couple of teams. I'm kind of struggling to make anything decent this time around though. I don't have the event ultimate form. I'm forced to use an older ultimate form. So let's talk through the teams I have. This is the only Water Commander ultimate form Noble Killer card I have. It's only 600% rather than the 900%, so that's making a big difference to my damage. It's an old card, it's semi-decent though. It creates some power gems, it's all based on skill points as well. A very old card. So Trojan Lovers is a good card though. Increases Water Commander damage by 120%. Plus it reveals a weakness, so spawns power gems afterwards. It's a card you want to use at the start to get the power gems and use the other cards afterwards. Uprising Coven, you kind of need this. The bosses have Toxin and Gemsilence. This card removes both of those, which makes it really useful to have on the team. Plus it increases self-damage by 200%. So yeah, this is one of those essential cards, I think, if you don't have the event deck. It's going to be very, very difficult if you don't have this card. Black Flag Marauders. This is a good card, mainly because of the amount of water power gems it spawns. That's why this card's on the team. It doesn't have a boost, but it does create a lot of power gems, but it does have a sort of boost for the passive. Permanently increases water commander damage by 30%. But yeah, that's why it's on the team, mainly for all the power gems. And finally, Helen of Troy. This doesn't spawn any power gems, but it does increase water commander damage, which makes it pretty useful. I may swap that card out though as we progress. I may end up using the Sirens, if I go and find the Sirens quickly. Go scroll down, there we go. The Sirens is always a decent card to put on the team. It says on the passive it increases Chaotic Killer attack, but it seems to work on all cards and not just Chaotic Killer cards. Putting this card on the team may increase the damage significantly. It's a good card anyway and well worth trying if you're struggling to make up anything decent. It is a Water Commander event. Water events are always hard as first in the season. So the Commander deck is just a slight variant on the deck, just with different relics. If you have a look at the relics on this team, I have a weird one here. It's actually a Dark Commander relic. I'll explain why this is on the team. Well, it's pretty obvious. It's because it breaks the Noble Shields. Doesn't really do anything else though. Then I've just filled up with Water Commander relics, the event relic, and then at the end, Cater's Bow. Cater's Bow is always good. Attack upscaling, 47.1%, increased attack by 2932 of all heroes, plus a HP increase, then another general Water Commander relic to finish. But that's the team anyway. I'm using it for the bosses. The only real difference with the Crusade team is I've got rid of that Dark Commander relic and replaced it with another Water Commander relic instead. So there we go, that's the teams I'm using. What other options do you have though? Well, the obvious option is of course Santa, if I can find him. If you have the actual event deck, then Santa's always going to be good. Has that lovely Noble Killer attack boost. So what I'd probably do if I had the event ultimate form is put Santa at the end instead. In the event ultimate form, then have Trojan Lovers and Black Flag Marauders and maybe one other card as well to try and boost up the damage. I might actually try, now that I think about it, Metaverse Masters on the team if I had the event ultimate form. I'll try and boost up the ultimate form to do as much damage as possible, and since this gives a 150% damage buff to the next card that uses their battle skill, this could be really useful. Anyway, that's a few ideas. Hope that was somewhat helpful. This is what I got from the vault. Here we go. Alright, so here we go with the vault. I've not played the event too much yet. I'm struggling with the solo bosses, so I kind of need to open the vault. So here we go. I'm not sure how many tiers I'm going to do yet. I need to get the relic. That will make a big difference to my team. And see if I can get the deck as well. That's not too bad. Silver support hero to start with. Here we go, tier 2. See what I get from tier 2. There we go, silver support hero. I think that was a main hero. Oh no, it's a... I'm not really sure what that is. From a previous deck. It's not from the current event deck, as it's only a 4x commander. Right, interesting. Let's go with tier 3. This is the main event relic, which I need from getting the rare relic as well. Get support hero. Another support hero. Something gold. Oh, that's the relic, isn't it? Yeah, not overly exciting. I've got something strange. I'm going to have a quick look. What card did I get here? I'm not sure what that is. I think it's the support hero, but it might be a previous card. Right, anyway, let's go with this tier and then one more tier just to get the relic. Then I need to somehow get 3,000 gems to get the last tier, which might be quite difficult. There's the main relic. Main relic soul. Something good. Oh, what's that? That looks like a master hero. Nice. Right, so what I need to do now is get an ultra hero. That's the fun part. Well, here we go, the rare relic, and then that leaves me with, just have a look at the gems, just about 3,000, I think. So I can't really get the next tier. Well, not at this stage anyway. I might be able to get it after the event. Let's see what I get from this. That should be the rare relic. There we go. Rare relic soul. Then we just look at the screen in shock at the absolute junk that I just got from that tier. Well, yeah, it's going to be hard from here as I only got one extra master hero from all those tiers. So I still can't get the deck. Just going to have a look. I can make the relic. Calculate that in my head. I might be able to get the deck with season choice coins. But yeah. It's not easy. I'm going to go and craft this quickly. Not easy to get. I'm only going to be able to get this on the third day of the event, which means I'm stuck with a really weak deck until then, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and forge the relic. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy event for me. Not sure how well I'm going to do, but that's the vault done with anyway. Let's get on with the actual event. Alright, so here we go with the Crusade. I'm going to be playing the Umbral map, as I always play. So yeah, it's been pretty slow getting through the Crusade. Gonna see what's in the Adventurers first. If there's nothing, then use one of my friends. Case is not really suitable, so let's pick an ultimate form. Tundral Trackers, here we go. So the Crusade isn't too bad. The main problem is the solo bosses. What you need to do is keep an eye on the final wave. If Juggernaut comes up and you can't defeat the solo bosses, then just quit out. I'm hoping Juggernaut doesn't come up. But then again, I need to defeat one for the solo boss section of the video, so yeah. One will have to come up eventually. Solo bosses are really tough though. They always are difficult during water events. I can't see this event being that competitive either. I don't think the event deck looks that strong. You need Santa to boost it up. It might be pretty effective with Santa, but without that, it's going to be quite difficult, I think. You'll probably end up doing similar damage to what I'm doing. So the event Ultimate Form, it's worth noting, has a 1-turn cooldown. Therefore you can use it every turn and just use it on the normal waves. Get through them nice and quick. For the bosses though, you need the other cards. There we go. Yeah, it took care of the bosses pretty quickly. I might need event ultimate forms to progress through the later stages, unfortunately, unless I get the ultimate form. The team is just pretty weak, as you can see. This should hopefully defeat the end boss, or come relatively close to defeating it. This end boss gives additional trophies. It's Juggernaut that you want to watch out for, like I've already mentioned, as that's the one that will give you a solo boss, and if you can't defeat the solo bosses, then you're going to be stuck at that point. Yeah, should defeat it next turn. Here we go. Well, hopefully anyway. But you can see this takes a bit of time, even with this team, so it's going to be a slow and painful event. But for the first 2 days anyway, then I should have enough season choice coins to actually get the deck. There we go. So that's the Crusade done, or one level of the Crusade, should I say. Now to try and find a solo boss. This might take a bit of time. Alright, so I have a solo boss up. You do have to be a bit careful this event. The solo bosses have Toxin on them, and the guild bosses have gemsilence. Originally the guild bosses were going to have both gemsilence and weaken, I believe, but they got rid of weaken as it was too difficult from what I know. So here we go, let's see how I get on with this boss. The damage is not spectacular, unfortunately, but I don't have the event deck yet, so I have to make do with what I have. Plus the killer's skill is not 900%, it's only 600%. Turn 1, match anything. Turn 2, just use Trojan Lovers, then turn 3, start hitting. Toxin doesn't really do anything to Trojan Lovers, which is good. You want to use Uprising Coven first in this team though, so it gets rid of Toxin. With something like this. And that's the damage. It's not spectacular, but it's alright. It's going to take a bit of time to kill the solo bosses, unfortunately. It's not going to be an easy event, basically. Now the other problem is I have to wait quite a few turns before I can hit again. So yeah, I might make up a variant of this team and try that instead, as this is really weak. The obvious option would be event deck with Santa, but since I don't have that, I can't really do that. The other cards on the team are all pretty much essential as well. It makes it difficult. Not sure, I might swap out Helen of Troy for something else like the Sirens, maybe? It's worth a try anyway. After this attack, I'll give that a go, I think, and then see if it does more damage or not. It probably won't, but it's taking too long to take down the solo bosses with this method. I know Helen of Troy increases auto commander damage by 120%, but it doesn't spawn any power gems, so yeah, it might be worth swapping out that card. This could be a good hit. Let's see what it does. Lots of loose power gems. Yeah, again, still not spectacular damage. I'm sure the damage would be decent if I managed to get the ultimate form. I'm going to need to wait until the third day of the event, though, I think, as I need to get the ultra rare with coins, basically. I'm also going to need a few more gems. That's not going to be easy to get, unfortunately. It's just going to be a very difficult event. I mean, 10 minutes per solo boss. It's not going to be fun. Now, I'm going to try with the Sirens, I think, after this attack. See if the damage is any better, as this damage is simply too low. It'll probably end up being worse, but it's worth a try. Let's quit out and put the Sirens on the team. Alright, so here we go again. I put the Sirens on the team. I've not left much health on the boss. I had a test run. It doesn't seem as good, actually, but it's pretty similar. I mean, you can just see for yourself. Let's just try it and show you. I think that's the best thing to do anyway. There's more power gems, but the damage doesn't seem quite as high. It's difficult. I think the first team may be better. See for yourselves in a minute anyway, depending on what this does. So starting from the middle, then go across like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and then leave the loose power gem like so. So there's the damage. Yeah, it's about the same, I think. That's probably about 1 Q in total between the cards. So yeah, it's difficult, as both teams are pretty much comparable to each other, making it difficult to decide which one to use. Alright, so here we go with the guild bosses. The first thing to note about them, if you have a look at the guild bosses, some of them have weaken on them and some of them have gemsilence. This one should have gemsilence if I have a look. This makes it quite difficult, but not as bad as some previous events, I guess. Only 1 defender skill on the bosses, so what I'm going to do is try and hit the Radiant. I don't think I'm ever going to kill the Umbral, so let's give this a go and see how well I do. Right, here we go. So after a bit more testing, I found Helen of Troy is better than putting the Sirens on the team. I think the boost is bigger. This might be quite difficult with gemsilence. The main problem is I can't use Trojan Lovers, I don't think, no. Okay, so what I need to do is just go left to right with the cards. Or maybe start from the middle. Yeah, you've got to start from the middle to get rid of gemsilence. And something like that. And gems will spawn at next turn. But this is a lot harder than the solo bosses. I think the weakened guild bosses will be a bit easier, as at least you can still use Trojan Lovers. Actually, it might be blocked because it has a... Yeah, it has a commander damage buff, so... Weaken may block that card as well. Not sure why they've made the defender skills for the guild bosses so tough this event. It's going to put people off playing, especially as it's a water event. It's a guaranteed recipe for disaster, pretty much. So I can't see that many players playing this that competitively, if I'm being honest. I can't see myself playing it that hard. I'm going to try for global, but I might not get it. Well, I should do. If I get the event ultimate form, I should get global. But before then, it's going to be a real grind, a real pain. It's not going to be fun. But yeah, after I get the ultimate form, hopefully I'll start hitting queues and then I can start playing the event properly and having fun. Until that point, it's going to be a long grind though. Just try and get keys, try and get the Umbral Crusade up to around 80 or 90. Yeah, if I had a good team, I might be able to get up to 140, 150 on the first 2 days. I really went at it, but since I can't do that with this team, yeah, I just need to wait. Right, I'm going to get one more hit out anyway and then quit out of this. I'm not going to be focusing too much on the guild bosses as they're too tough for my team, as you can see. Right, there we go. Final hit on the boss. Let's quit out. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. I'm going to need to grind, a lot of grinding. Then hopefully I'll get enough coins, get the ultra rare, and then make the event ultimate form. Alright, so let's have a look at the event rewards. Let's start off by collecting the collection. So this time around it looks like it's a collection for Evolving Cater. That's alright, but nothing special. Might as well go ahead and claim all of this. There we go. Gives me a few more season choice coins as well, which I may need to get this deck. There we go, that's all that lot claimed. And now let's have a look. What is it this time around? Okay, it's a Dragoon. Let's have a look at the Dragoon. Okay, so a semi-decent battle skill. Has a passive as well. Again, you really need to see what it specialises into. The stats look like they're the same as pretty much all the other Dragoons at 6 stars. So yeah, it might be one worth using depending on what skills it has when you specialise it. I can't really say too much more about the Dragoons, so let's back out of here. Okay, so let's have a look at the news feed. Let's scroll across. There we go. Updated Season Pass. There's the schedule of events as well. They made a change to the guild bosses so they only possess one defender skill this time around rather than the 2 that they were originally going to have. They would have been an absolute nightmare with 2 defender skills. And now for the actual event deck, let's go in here. Here's the event ultimate form. Tundral Trackers. Creates 10 water power gem 7s, then destroys all non-water gems. So beware if you're using Metaverse Masters. Increases water commander damage by 75% whenever you match 7 or more water gems together in one match. So that should be pretty much every single turn. So yeah, that's a decent buff actually. When combined with Santa, that could do some really nice damage. You just have to be a bit careful when using Metaverse Masters, as you will lose all the dark gems. And there we go. That's the end of this video. I hope that was helpful. As always, if you do have any questions or suggestions regarding this video, please let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to help. If you did enjoy this video, leaving a like and subscribing is always appreciated. Thank you to those that have already subscribed, and thanks for watching.